question is, what do we need to do more? We have to look at de-verticalizing. The other thing that we need to think about is more collaboration across FMIs. So are there ways for us not to each reinvent the wheel or invent the wheel?
And our general auditor at the New York Fed always talks about where there's change, there's risk. We don't really understand entirely what contributes to financial stability. At the same time, there are lots of examples from the natural world, ecology, etc., that suggest that flexibility is really important too.
T2S for the first time accomplishes what we've been trying to accomplish for more than 10 years with the European Commission.
T2S will be a success, not only because we have been good in the Eurosystem team, but because also all the CSDs, national central banks, will have done a good work in reshaping their market and in accompanying their market participants into this new world.
I think we have to be able to find a balance in between efficiency and also penalties and settlement failing rates.
You know, high fail rates, from my experience, is just bad practices in operations.
We don't think it's boiling down to the lowest common denominator, and it just takes one to be out of kilter and you've got a systemic risk.
We probably spent more time on resiliency than BAU, and that resiliency costs. And frankly, regulation or no regulation, it has to be that way.
Thanks to Russ for not calling me the enemy. I really appreciate that. So that was basically something I've been called over the last 2 days several times, so I prefer disruptor.
Fees are driven by old systems. Replacing old systems with the internet has value. Speed has value.
There's also ubiquity. We cannot have a payment system that's not supported by every bank in the country, etc.
Speed and security will drive ubiquity.
I mean, one thing, if I had to predict something that might happen, is a little bit more DVP, not in a security sense, but in I buy some sort of asset sense and someone coordinates the transfer of money.
T2S, it's something that is very technical, can bring obvious efficiencies if you do it, and can be imposed and executed with regulators running it. The execution of SEPA was not just a technical thing, it was much more and very political, and that's why we do see national variances and approaches, because it's political and not only an efficiency game.
T2S, SEPA, there are clearly projects focused on efficiency, focusing on cost, while MILA is a project focused on growth.
The interests of FMIs and the interests of regulators are probably more closely aligned than they are divergent with respect to risk mitigation.
I don't think that we can complain excessively about the regulation, because I think in many ways the financial markets have brought it on themselves.
We are migrating to a real-time world in all aspects of human existence and behavior. Market infrastructures are not likely to be immune from that trend.
We debate a lot whether the situation we're in right now is cyclical and the cycle's really long, or whether it's structural. And I think some people are now starting to come to the conclusion that the situation the banking industry in it is a structural issue, and therefore something dramatic has to be done to the cost base.
Sibos facilitates the essential debate, and the topics are chosen carefully. The panels prepare in advance. They're very professional. They get good participation with different experts from different parts of the environment and the market infrastructure, and it's very useful to participate, and it's very useful to be in the audience as well.